What up everyone, it's your boy Soju, back again with another video game review, this time for Friday the 13th, the game. To start things off, I would recommend playing through this game if you have some friends to play with, or if you're just a big fan of the movie franchise. But before I get too far into it, let me go ahead and drop that spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Okay, starting off with the positives from Friday the 13th. The first thing is, as a fan of the Friday the 13th series, I feel like this game was really true to those movies. I feel like it really kind of captures the spirit of that. And surprisingly, kind of working it into gameplay works really well. I think they actually did a surprisingly good job of making some really interesting and balanced gameplay for this series, for bringing the series into a game. So I really like the options of being Jason and being the counselors. I feel like it offers a lot of really cool variety to the gameplay in general, especially with the different counselors having different abilities and different Jasons having different strengths and weaknesses. It just surprisingly feels like really fresh and balanced for the most part. When I first started playing the game, it felt really easy to jump into and enjoy, like, you know, straight from the start. There is a lot of things to learn and aspects of escape and things like that, but it was really easy to just get into and enjoy straight from the start, and I really appreciated that. And even, you know, getting Bob into the game, who is not a big video game player, and he kind of was the same way. He was able to enjoy it straight from the start, not being really big on video games these days, and he was able to play and enjoy himself and be successful. And I really appreciate that aspect of the gameplay as well. Not only the balance, but just the ease of getting in and enjoying yourself. It offers some cool variety and tribute as far as, you know, the outfits go, the different Jasons that you can unlock along the way, and even the different counselors and things like that, and including like Tommy Jarvis and just the variety of ways you can escape. The settings, you know, Tommy Jarvis's house or the different settings from the different movies. It just feels really cool as a fan. It's really fun to explore those areas, to be in those areas, and to be personally running from Jason, like to feel that fear and the way that they kind of incorporate just like old school like effects too, like the way it looks like the tape kind of glitches in and out when Jason warps near you and things like that. I don't know, I just really appreciate those kind of like little details, and it seems like it came from a place of passion, like people who really respected the series, and as a fan I really appreciate that. And this is a ton of fun to play with friends. So, you know, setting up a weekly thing where we would get, you know, as many people as we could to play with us from the podcast and just to enjoy it with us was always the best time. I feel like the more people you have, the better it is. And it was an absolute blast to play with other people on either sides, as a counselor or as Jason. Like either way, it was just a ton of fun as a group. Some of the negatives is this game can get glitchy. I can't tell you how many times, you know, I've been like Jason and grabbed a hold of somebody thinking I had, you know, like the kill unlock, but it kind of glitches out, and you have to kind of wander around a little bit until you realize, you know, like the counselor has escaped, you haven't been able to kill them or whatever. So that can be frustrating. There's some other like smaller kind of glitches, things with like the doors and the windows, or sometimes the controls can just be a little choppy. I mainly find it like when I'm Jason, maybe if I'm trying to like, you know, hack down a door, sometimes he's just hitting the wall instead, or things like that, where it can just be a little choppy or be like a little glitchy. This game, it doesn't really interest me personally playing alone. So we have a ton of fun playing with a big group, even with a smaller group of like 3 or 4 people, which is about half a room. It's fun to play as well, but I have almost no interest in playing this game alone. When you're playing with random strangers, it makes it more difficult. It makes it harder to communicate. It makes it harder to escape, and it's just definitely not as fun. You still get that fear aspect of running from Jason, but if you die early, then you just have to watch a bunch of strangers that you don't know try to escape, as opposed to like your friends, and so that definitely takes some of the fun out of it. Also, too, while I really do enjoy the gameplay, and I think they did a great job making it, fit to the series, it does kind of start to become repetitive after a while. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Every map, it has different maps, but everything, all the objectives are pretty much the same for every map. You can escape by boat, you can escape by a car, you can call the police and whatnot, and there's not a whole lot of variety between the maps. And so I know like they have options to unlock things like Jason's, but some are like such high levels that I can't imagine just grinding this game out to unlock some of those things. It just doesn't hold that much interest for me to just play again and again and again this kind of gameplay that after a while can feel kind of like the same old. It once you've kind of gotten into the groove of it, it just kind of starts to get a little repetitive. But those are my main thoughts on the game. Let's go ahead and get into the final score.
Overall, I'm going to give this game a 4 out of 5. I had a lot of fun playing with our friends, but if you're playing solo, I could easily see how it could get old pretty fast. If you're interested, I have a ton of Friday the 13th gameplay right here on our YouTube page, and if you want to watch us play more horror video games, check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/straightchillingpodcast. If you've played through this game, let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, until next time, everyone, please don't forget to keep chillin'.